Alrighty, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How's everyone doing today? It's Sunday. It's July 28th, 2019. It's the final day of my streaming week after 6 straight days of streaming. And it's going to be an incredibly chill, relaxing day because I'm doing all chill streaming today. You know, it's kind of funny because a good RPG in the stream chat pointed out, he's like, are you aware this is like your third straight week where you're doing all chill stuff on Sunday, which is, for a lot of people, they like that. It's kind of a good relaxing way to end the streaming week. For me, I'm like, damn, I didn't even realize that. I guess it's just how the cards may fall, as they say. It's how the schedule has fallen for the past few weeks, where I've been able to do double building for 3 straight Sundays with Dragon Quest Builders 2 as my first gameplay stream, and then my weekly chill session of Minecraft as my second gameplay stream. Again, it's not intentional. It's not like, oh, I want a whole day of you know, building or anything like that. It just happened to fall like that with all of my schedule. Alright. So, that's what we're doing today. The first stream today is going to be 4+ hours of Dragon Quest Builders 2. If you're not aware, last time that we played, we had returned to the Isle of Awakening, which is the original island you started on, with all of the crew who had come in from Furrowfield, which was the island where you had learned about farming. And this crew wanted to basically terraform the island, so they're working on, for example, making a giant river and a big lake go across the island so you can now use that for farming and the like. And they're also trying to turn, you know, a lot of the arid, dry climate into a more lush green environment to grow stuff in. So they're working on that, and then while we were doing that, we also went off and did our very first scavenger hunt, on which you go basically to an optional island, a completely optional island out in the ocean, and you do a hunt for various items, and if you collect all the items, you now get infinite resources for crafting. So for example, I got infinite wood, and there was something else you get infinite of at a crafting bench, which is great. That means I don't have to go chop down trees anymore. I can just infinitely gather wood at a crafting bench to do crafting with, which is going to help tremendously, I feel, in the game. So, it was a lot of fun last week. That was the last session I actually did of Dragon Quest Builders 2, because I've been very busy this last week with new releases and the like. So, now we're finally going to swing back to Dragon Quest Builders 2 for a main stream today. Do I foresee anything too frustrating? Not really. I get the feeling it's going to be a more relaxed stream. Yes, I'll still obviously be developing the Isle of Awakening and see where the plot goes, but we're definitely going to have a lot of opportunity to interact and have some fun and just have a more laid-back stream today, than I normally would have in a game that's like a narrative-based game with development and everything. Or, for example, I've been playing Wolfenstein Youngblood recently. That game takes a lot more attention because it's a first-person shooter. It's not going to be like that at all. It's going to be a lot more laid back today. Okay? Alright, so that's today. Tonight, my late stream will be my weekly Minecraft chill stream, where we swing back into the world of Minecraft, which I've been playing since December. So now we're going on 8 months of me playing Minecraft. Pretty crazy when you really think about it. And what will I be doing? Well, more development of the village. More than likely what I'll be doing is continue to decorate and do stuff in my new room that I built last week. And see what I can do there, and probably do some more commerce with the villagers. Maybe head back to my own home, and in my own home, see what's been going on with the new crops. Because remember, I've been growing the new crops now, which carrots and the like that I've never been able to grow before. And see if I can harvest some, because I need those for trading and the like. So we'll see. We'll just have some fun stuff going on tonight on the Minecraft stream. Nothing too major, but it should be still a fun stream. It always is. And keep in mind that, that Minecraft stream is interesting, because the top contributor every week on my Minecraft stream gets something in the game named after them. Last week we had some last-minute competition, and at the last minute, I think the building ended up being named like Phil's Smelly Condo of Stench or something like that. Something really trollish and silly. But it was funny as hell, so we'll see how it goes tonight with my weekly Minecraft chill stream, okay? Tomorrow, Monday, is my day off from streaming. I know that's weird. I usually don't take a Monday off, but the schedule's been shifted around a little bit due to my wife's work schedule, so Tomorrow, my day off from streaming. I will not be streaming at all. However, it's a great opportunity for those of you who were not able to be here all week to kind of get caught up on all of the gameplay that I did this week. There was a lot that went on this week, including my ongoing playthroughs of various games. I concluded Final Fantasy IX this week, which was a lot of fun to finally wrap that game up after an extended playthrough over the past month and a half. We had Black Ops 4 Blackout. We had a lot of Judgment. For those who've been liking the Judgment playthrough, I got a big tear into it this week. I think 6 hours into Judgment this week, and that was good development and a lot of fun, so that was good. We had Wolfenstein Youngblood, the new release for the week that I've now played 8 hours in. It looks like I'm going to finish it up this week, so that's a good one. So lots of good stuff for you to get caught up on this week if you had not had a chance to tune into the streams, okay? And all those can be watched over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, at your leisure. All right. I'll be back on Tuesday. What will I be doing on Tuesday? Well, it's going to be the return of Super Mario Maker 2 user-created level content. All right, I've been having a lot of fun with this game over the past month, doing the user-created stuff. And just to forewarn everyone, more than likely, this Tuesday will be the final weekly stream of Super Mario Maker 2. I know that I've been doing it pretty consistently, over the course of the last month. Ever since the game released, I've been playing it consistently, but there's a reason why it's going to kind of go on hiatus for a bit, and I'll explain in a moment. Tuesday night's going to be more Judgment. All right, on Wednesday, we're going to try to finish up Wolfenstein Youngblood. It's looking like I'm definitely going to be able to. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more major side missions to get my levels up, and then we're going to try to take on the final mission structure and see how that goes. Wednesday night will be my weekly Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale stream. And we're going to see how this goes, because honestly, last week, or this week, I guess I should say, it didn't go very well. It was pretty much mostly trolls frustrating the shit out of me. And that's sad, because I like the Blackout streams. And the only reason I've really kept doing them, despite the fact that Battle Royale isn't exactly the most thrilling thing ever, is because people have been coming and having fun and positive interactions with me. It's been one of my more fun things to keep doing. But not so much this last week. It just kind of became an annoying troll fest, and I'm hoping to change that this week, but I guess we'll see what happens. All right. Thursday, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what I'm playing on Thursday. All right. If Wolfenstein isn't wrapped up, we'll see, but maybe more Wolfenstein. If not, maybe we'll come back to Dragon Quest Builders 2 for another major stream. I guess we'll have to see. We'll play it by ear and see how the week goes. Okay. And then more than likely Thursday night will be more Judgment. And then on Friday, it's completely up in the air, and here's why I say that. This coming Friday is the release of Madden 20. Yeah, Madden, again, is coming out with another yearly release. Now, here's the thing. I have zero desire to buy this game. I have zero plans to buy this game. And quite frankly, I'm one of the people who's very skeptical of Madden getting a yearly release. I don't feel it really needs it. But for the past couple of years, people have expressed a desire to see me play it, especially because it has a story mode. So last year, someone gifted me Madden. I played through the story mode. People seemed to like that. Outside of that, I really didn't do much else with it, okay? So you can see why I don't want to buy the game. I know for a fact I'm not going to get much out of it except for maybe the story mode, all right? Now, some people have asked me, are you playing Madden this year? I'm like, I don't care about Madden, but if someone gifts me the game, then I'll play through the story mode like I did last year. Don't expect too much, but I would definitely play through that if someone gifted it to me. But there's no way I'm dropping $60 on a game I'm barely going to play. So it all depends if that's what people want. If you're really wanting to see me play Madden and someone gifts it, I'll play it. If not, all right, then what we're going to do is we're going to start up my playthrough of Super Mario 64. Now, this is why Super Mario Maker 2 is going to go on hiatus. It certainly wouldn't make any sense for me to be playing Super Mario Maker 2 and Super Mario 64 at the same time. That would be like Mario overload, especially because I am going to be doing Super Mario 64 as a major playthrough, meaning it's going to be played at least 2, maybe 3 times a week during main gameplay streams for the next couple of weeks. And because of that, I'm going to treat it seriously. You don't want to see Mario and Mario Maker and end up being like more than half of my main gameplay streams is Mario. People would probably lose their minds. All right. So, we'll see how things go with Madden or with Mario. The way I see it is if someone gifts Madden, great. That'll give me some even more variety for what I can do for the next couple of weeks. If not, I'm okay with starting Mario sooner rather than later. That's fine with me. So let's see how things go. Okay, so it's going to be fun. We're going to have ongoing playthroughs. We're going to have finishing playthroughs. We're going to have new content, new game content. Okay? Now, FYI, just so you guys know, my next day off will be Monday again. So I'm off tomorrow, and then I'm off a week from tomorrow. So I'll be here for 6 straight streaming days this coming week, which is good. And we'll see how everything goes over the course of the week. It may formulate what I end up doing for the rest of August, depending on how things go this week. Okay? Good stuff, right? Okay. So there you go. There's the schedule. Hope that's very informative for all of you. Happy Taco Sunday to you as well, Kate. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see many of you on the stream. I know, again, today will be a more chillax kind of a stream. You know, both streams are going to be very relaxed. And I'm happy about that. I like having more relaxed streams. I have a lot of fun just kind of chilling and hanging out and talking with all of you rather than worrying about serious gameplay. It's, you know, a lot cooler atmosphere. Not to say that I don't like serious playthroughs, but, you know, we can just kind of sit back and relax and talk a lot, and we can take time away from the gameplay to have some discussion. That's a cool, laid-back feeling, a good vibe to end the stream, or to end the streaming week, actually, I think. Okay, so, all that being said, everybody, a few other housekeeping things to cover. First being, as you can see, I re-added the subscriber goal to the stream. Today is the 28th of July. We have today, tomorrow when I'm not here, okay, Tuesday and Wednesday, 4 more days in July. There's 4 more days for us to hit the subscriber goal of 525 subs. I feel that's going to be a very tall order. I mean, just a couple days ago, all right, we were only at 430 subs, and I basically said there's no chance, and I took the sub goal off the stream. But then there was 1 or 2 people who came in and were very generous. They gifted a lot of subs, and they requested that I bring back the sub goal. So I said, okay, I will. So if we can raise, you know, about 55 subs in the next 4 days, we're going to be doing a Rage-a-thon celebratory event. This event is going to be where you guys nominate and vote on rage-inducing games for me to play that I will be playing in a marathon setting, probably around mid to late August at this point. I think it would be something perfect to do in August, simply because there's not a lot going on in August. Until basically the final week of August, there's no new releases. But it's pretty crazy. At the end of August, there's an insane amount of new releases this month coming up, all within like a week. There's 2 survival horror games. There's like 2 anime-ish style games. There's a game from the makers of Alan Wake. It's just insane how much is coming out at the very end of August this year, okay? So, you know, let's see what happens. I strongly urge all of you, if you have not subbed yet, to subscribe to the channel. We have many cool things going on. First of all, we have 3 new emotes that were added to the channel in honor of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 playthrough, which, quite frankly, I just said this on the pre-stream. If anything good came out of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, it seemed to be these emotes, because the game itself was very lackluster and disappointing. I beat it in 2 sessions. But we have the new lean-in manual ban emote that looks like Thanos, so it's the lean-in manual finger snap. We also have the Wolvie emote, which people can use when they talk about the stupid Wolverine action figure meme that's become a meme on my streams. And also the new Banhammer emote, which is a scroll getting bopped in the face by Thor's hammer, which is much better than the old Banhammer emote in my opinion. So good stuff that has happened. You know, it's fun that things improve around here, kind of inadvertently, because those were only supposed to be limited time emotes for the playthrough, but the playthrough ended up being so short, and then people were like, nah, it's cool, we like those emotes, keep them. So I did. Pretty cool, right? So there you go. You get access to all of those cool emotes if you subscribe to the channel. You also don't have to watch advertisements when I run ad breaks, and you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. I know it's tough, and the reason I say this, I know it's tough to hit sub goals like this during the summer. The reason being, there's not a lot going on in the realm of new releases. Let's face it. Most of the new releases that have come out this month have either been lackluster or not. They're not very attention demanding from a mainstream crowd. You know what I mean? So without new people coming in to watch the streams, it just becomes the more hardcore fan base, which, by the way, I'm very appreciative of. I love that you guys come and hang out and watch me play games, you know, no matter what I'm playing. But you guys are already subbed. You see what I mean? The vast majority of people who are on the stream right now are subbed. I'm not even kidding. Look at the stream chat. Look at all the crowns in the stream chat. How can I keep appealing to you to sub when you guys are already subbed? can't really do much, right? It's only when new releases come out that I can really try to appeal to people to sub again. So, you know, that's life. But anyway, thank you guys for your support. If you're not a sub, please consider it. 55 or so more subs to go to hit the monthly goal. So there you go. We got 4 more days to do it. All right, 4 more days. Outside of that, I don't have much else to talk about. So what I'll say is, again, I'll just give you a very brief and vague hint that coming up in the month of August, I may have something positive to announce and share with all of you. Something that I think you guys will enjoy very much. And that's all I'm saying. Some people are like, what's he talking about? And he's been hinting about this for days now. What's he talking? I'm not going to give you any hints. I'm just going to leave it incredibly vague. And we'll see what happens, okay? So there you go. In August, there may be something pretty cool happening, but I'm not going to spoil whatsoever. You have no idea what it is, and that's fine. It'll be a nice, pleasant surprise, okay? Alrighty then. It's hilarious because I see so many people in the stream chat right now guessing. And I'm like, damn, it's pretty fun, but there's no way I'm going to spoil anything. I'm not going to spoil. Okay. Alright, guys, so now let's move on to the second segment of my pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plugs. Alright, the gratuitous plugs of the stream, where basically I thank you for your support, but I let you know how you can help out. Alright, so thank you all for 10 years of support. I've been able to do this, for 11 years, actually. All right, being a content creator for the internet. The first 3 years I did it as a hobby while I had a full-time office job. Then I got laid off from that job, and I was able to turn my hobby into a way to make a living. And I was a full-time gaming YouTuber for a good 6 years there. Sadly, in 2017, YouTube completely had the bottom fall out of it with ad revenue because they lost most of their major advertisers during the adpocalypse. And when that happened, I had to change up my formula to keep things going. And I became a full-time streamer here on Twitch. And boy, was it a different transition. You know, I went from basically making isolated gameplay videos on YouTube into being an interactive streamer, talking with all of you, interacting, having chill streams, etc. Listen, I love what I do for a living, and I feel my content now is better than ever because it is such a chill and interactive experience. But that being said, because of that, my YouTube channel that used to be my main source of income basically makes almost nothing anymore. It's taken a monstrous hit. I now make long-form archive videos of an hour each rather than the 10-minute videos I used to make. So I rely pretty much entirely on you guys, all right, on the streams to crowdfund me and allow me to continue to do what I love for a living. And let me tell you, thank you guys very much, so much for your ongoing support. It is very much appreciated. Let me go ahead and tell you a few of the ways that you can be supportive and allow me to continue to do this. So, guys, if you love my daily live streams, you love the archives I do on DSPGaming on YouTube, you want to see it continue, please consider contributing one of the following methods. However, I will say this up front before we even begin. It is not mandatory that you contribute. I love the fact that people just come by and hang out with me on a daily basis no matter what. It is a really awesome, fun, interactive experience that I wouldn't give up for the world, you know. I love it. And I'm happy that people just want to come hang out with me. That's a pretty awesome feeling. But that being said, I do rely on your contributions to keep stuff going. So let's talk about that, all right? Now, there's many ways you can contribute. You can check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. With 4 days left in the month, you have to hurry up and contribute by the end of the month if you want to get in on this month's perks, which are basically rewards that I give back to you guys based on how much you contribute over on my Patreon, okay? So please give that a look. I also have a Teespring merchandise shop where I sell all kinds of fun merch, primarily shirts, but there's a lot of other stuff over there as well. Please give that a look. Obviously, if you're here live on the stream, the best way for you to contribute today and to get some interaction with me and some credit for your contributions would be to either cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, because if you do so, I will give you a verbal shout-out during the stream. Now, understand that what I say on my streams is subjective. I do have to abide by Twitch's terms of service, and also I try to maintain a chill and fun vibe here. I'm not going to be bringing up things like politics and religion that are very argumentative topics that people tend to not get along when they just have disagreements on those. I also am not going to be bringing up negative drama. I don't care who insulted me, who's stealing my content. I don't care about the latest negative meme. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. What I just want to do is have fun on a stream with games and interact with you guys, and that's it. All right. So I have no obligation whatsoever to actually react to any contribution at all. There's no contract that says I have to. All right. And if I feel that someone's contributing just to try to get attention and or derail the stream with negativity, I'm not going to respond to that. But I do go out of my way and do my best to try to give you guys credit for your contributions, and it be so that you get a cool shout out for anything that you do. All right. Now, as you can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. It includes top cheerer and top tipper, and I will update that periodically over the course of today's stream when people hit those roles as the top cheerer or top tipper. Also, there's a cheering leaderboard that is integrated into Twitch itself. All right. That's right above your stream chats. And I will not only read out those because, I want to give those people credit for contributing this week, but today is the last day of the week for you to contribute with cheers and have it count towards that, because that actually resets overnight on Sundays. So as of tomorrow, it'll be at 0, okay? So, FYI, if you want to get on that leaderboard, be one of the top 10 cheerers of the week, you have to cheer today to try to do that because it resets as of tomorrow, okay? Fair enough? Now, last but not least, before I get to shout-outs, ladies and gentlemen, being very honest with all of you, right now I'm in one of the worst financial situations of my life, and it's an ongoing situation. It's not going to get better overnight. It's something that's probably going to take quite a long time for me to crawl out of. That being said, the best way for you to contribute, if you have the choice of how you can contribute on today's stream, please send me a tip. Tipping me helps me more than anything else right now. The reason being, tips I am able to actually get right away. I'm able to put those towards bills immediately. And the way that things are going right now, pretty much all of my major bills come due in the first 2 weeks of the month, but I don't get paid by Twitch until the middle of the month. So right now, the first 2 weeks of the month end up being entirely super tight. Most of the time, I'm being overdrafted on my bank account, and sometimes bills aren't getting paid for weeks. It's not a good look. It's not a good situation. I hate it, but that's just my life right now. You guys have been helping me tremendously with your tips over the past couple of months, so please, if at all you can, consider tipping me today, all right? It's cool if you can't. If you contribute via other methods, it's still much appreciated, and that helps me more long-term, but the tips help me in the short term, all right? There's 2 ways you can tip me. If you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up a link to my PayPal tips page. A couple quick things about tipping me. First of all, you don't have to use your name in order to tip. It's not like, oh no, what if someone finds out that I tipped someone on the internet and now they come harass me online. You could use an anonymous name, or you could make up a name. No one needs to know it was you. All right. Number 2, you don't need a PayPal account to tip. It's a misconception. Oh man, I gotta make a big registration process and everything to do this. No, you don't. There's actually a button right there on the PayPal tips page that says just pay with a debit or credit card, no account required, and you can do it that way. All right. So thank you to anyone even considering it. I am very appreciative, and thanks a lot. All right, that's it. Let's now get to the shout-outs, and then it's time to begin with Dragon Quest Builders 2. Fair enough? All right, so let's get started. Well, first of all, we start off with some people who contributed overnight. We actually had Golden Colts, who did a cheer overnight, 70 bits. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for that overnight cheer. That's appreciated. We start off today with Electrum Guy, who resubscribed to the channel for 4 months. Thank you very much, Electrum Guy. He says, Phil, I just got into a really bad car accident. I'm in severe pain. Have you ever been in a bad car accident? I'd love some advice. First of all, I have. I was in one really bad car accident in high school. My car was totaled. I almost died. Now, what I mean by that is, was I like severely injured to the point where I was in a hospital recovering for weeks? No, but I did almost die. The door actually impacted to the point where it almost hit my face. And if it did, that would have been the end for me. And in fact, my car, when I got out of it, the best way I can describe it, which is pretty crazy that I survived this fucking thing, okay? The best way I can describe it, my ball, imagine a ball, a piece of paper, a nice clean sheet of paper, all right? 11 by 8 normal sheet of paper that you would use for like school, or maybe you would type something on it or print something on your printer, okay? So now I want you to take that nice pristine piece of paper. I want you to put your hand on the top and bottom of it, all right? And then I want you to, as quickly as possible, crumble that piece of paper into a ball. That is what my car looked like. And it was crazy because people were driving by on the highway with their jaws dropped like, oh my fucking God, how many people died in this thing? No one. Miraculously, I survived. It was pretty much a miracle. When people were seeing this, they're like, oh my fucking God. That's pretty insane. That no one was seriously injured in this accident. Basically, what happened was, I lost control of the car because someone was speeding behind me, and they were about, like, no lie, they were going to rear end me. So I had to swerve out of the way because this guy was just not paying any attention. And when I swerved out of the way, I overcompensated and basically went ding, and I bounced off the barrier. And, being this was a very narrow highway, there was nowhere to really regain control of your car. So my car bounced back and forth across the highway for about, I'd say, 3 or 4 times until finally it crashed into a concrete wall. Not good. So it was pretty bad. The cop said if I had known who it was, like if I could have obviously gotten the license plate number of the person who forced me to correct my vehicle, they would have looked into it and tried to find who it was. Of course, I wasn't looking at the fucking license plate. I was trying to control the car. So it ended up being my fault. Isn't that delightful? So yeah, it was pretty bad. And I almost died. But the good news is, even though I looked terrible, what had happened was the airbag had deployed, and it saved my life. Don't get me wrong, the airbag saved my life. So I'm incredibly grateful for that. But it burnt the whole left-hand side of my face. So not only was the whole face black and blue, but it was all bloody and nasty burnt from this airbag. And I still have a few minor scars on the left-hand side of my face from this airbag deployment. And also my leg was fucked up. Like, it was all banged up. It wasn't broken, but it was, like, severely bruised. And my arm was messed up. So I actually went to school the next day looking like shit. Complete shit. But I still went to school. But anyway, that was the one major accident I was ever in, okay? Now, Electrum Guy, sadly, I don't think I can really help you here with any advice, because you're asking for advice on a car accident. Like, I don't know what to tell you. In my case, was I in pain? Yes. Was I in severe debilitating pain with broken bones and shit? No. I was just banged the fuck up really bad, and I looked terrible. But it actually looked worse than it felt. Like, people were like, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. I was like, oh, but I didn't really feel that bad. So, what I would say, your best advice, listen to whatever your doctor told you. Did your doctor tell you to relax and lay off? Whatever the doctors told you, just do what they say. They probably know what they're talking about. I certainly wouldn't know any better than them, and I'm not going to be stupid and try to give you advice and talk out of my butt about it, okay? Why is this the first time we're hearing about this at Kill Bill? It's not. I've talked about this many times over the years. You got to remember, Kill Bill, I've been streaming I've been a content creator for 11 years. I've been streaming since 2013. More than likely, I've probably talked about this 3 or 4 times. All right? But, and whenever people ask about it, I talk about it. But the thing is, in 11 years, it doesn't mean I'm talking about it every day, so probably not a lot of people have heard the story at this point. A lot of people who watch me now didn't watch me in the long term, so you wouldn't know about it. But a lot of people listening right now probably have already known this story. So, okay, so anyway, there you go. There's your answer. I agree with you, Combat. He says, whoever designed the car DSP was in during that crash earned their safety money on safety design. Yeah, the car basically saved my life the way it was designed, because it was completely destroyed, but I survived. The chassis of the car, stayed intact and protected the other. Because the thing was, it wasn't just me. There was someone else in the car, too. It was my friend of mine was in the passenger seat. So it's funny. I get completely fucked up. Like, my face is burnt. My leg and my arm are severely bruised and messed up. Want to know what happened to my friend? His glasses flew off his face out the window into the woods. That was it. He was perfectly fine. He didn't have a scratch on him. I was like, you son of a bitch. How do you get out of this unscratched, man? Nothing on you. And look at me. But anyway, no harm, no foul. It ended up being, even though it was a financially shitty situation, no one was hurt. So, it ended up being much better than it could have been. So, all right, that's the story. So anyway, Electrum Guy, I hope, absolutely I was wearing my seatbelt, Kill Bill. Absolutely I was wearing my seatbelt. Thank God I was. This is the truth, I've never driven a car ever without wearing my seatbelt. I refuse to drive without it. It pretty much saved my life, so why would I ever drive without a seatbelt? I will wear a seatbelt in a car to the day I die. Never will I be without one. Okay. So, Electrum Guy, I hope you feel better. Sucks being in a car accident. I know, trust me. I hope you feel better, and I would say listen to the docs. The docs know better than me. Okay? Alright, shout out to Nabucco187 who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Nabucco. I appreciate that. We have one tip today from M5NSX who tipped me $2 and asked the following question. Would you consider playing a game like Tropico, where you build up and manage your own island? Could make for some interesting moments on a chill stream. So, yeah, so what I'm to understand, Tropico, isn't it like a unique combination of like SimCity? Because you're basically building up your own island civilization, right? So it's kind of like SimCity, but then also doesn't it have combat mechanics? Like, can't you build up like a military force and then use that force to not only defend your island, but go and like take over other civilizations? I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I thought it was. I've never played a Tropico game before, so if I'm off base, apologies. But you know, have I ever thought about playing a game like that? I mean, yeah. In fact, over the years, there's a couple RTS style sim games like that that I've played. The most recent one was a few years ago, where it was Jurassic World, where they had the Jurassic World sim game on the Xbox One. I think that was 2 years ago, I want to say, where you made your own Jurassic World and you raised dinosaurs and all that. That was pretty fun for, you know, as long as I did it, and I ended up kind of beating the main campaign, which was fun. But I usually don't delve or venture into those games, okay? Usually, you know, those aren't very interesting for my viewing audience. You know, from what they've expressed over the years, the RTS stuff isn't for them, so to speak. I get that, and I respect that, even though I might like it. It might not be the most entertaining thing to watch. I'm certainly not saying I would never play Tropico, okay? But what I'm saying is I don't know necessarily how entertaining that would be for a viewing audience to see me constantly micromanaging. And Hodor Tart just made a good point. He's like, Tropico would mean that there's probably no time for interaction because you always have to be paying attention and micromanaging your dictatorship. Yeah, like, I remember when I played Jurassic Park, as much as I wanted to do interaction with the audience, it was tough because constantly there were things going on in the park. Oh, a dinosaur has escaped. Oh, the power went out over here. Oh, here comes a storm. So once that stuff started happening, it was like I had no time to, like, interact with people anymore because it was just fucking action, action, action. I had to keep running around doing stuff, barely able to make ends meet and keep the park operational. So maybe that's a game that's geared more towards, you know, a different kind of streamer than what I've been doing. I don't know, but I would say it's not out of the question, but it's not something that I've really considered seriously anytime recently. Okay, so thank you for the tip, M5NSX. Again, as I told you guys, tips help me more than anything right now. Very appreciative that you did that. Thank you very much for your support. Okay. We also have Retro Jim, who just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Retro Jim, for the sub. That is appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I think what we should do, we should take an opportunity here, as I said, to give shout-outs to the top cheering contributors of the week. Reason being, today is the very last day before that leaderboard resets, so I definitely want to give credit where credit is due, and I believe over the last day we had some many position changes. The leaderboard has changed dramatically since the last time I looked at it, okay? Alright, so here we go. Top cheerers of the week. We start off with a triple tie, okay, between three people who are tied for 8th, essentially. Alright, so we've got Cody Carls, R-Blurred, and From China, all of whom just have done 1,000 bits of cheering this week. Okay, so thank you all for your support. A triple tie. Much appreciated. Then in 7th place this week, we've got Johnny Skidmark. What a name. In 6th place, Babyman Gaming. In 5th place, Vote Democrat. In 4th place, Nightwing 420. 3rd place goes to RFHC3. 2nd place is Shadow Furry. Oh, excuse me, Shadowy Furry. I keep reading his name wrong. I feel bad. Shadowy Furry, not Shadow Furry. Shadowy Furry in 2nd place. And then in 1st place, Fee555Fo, who, quite frankly, is the reason why we reinvigorated the sub goal, because not only did they cheer a ton this week, but they also gifted a bunch of subs earlier this week, which allowed us to get back up to a reasonable amount of subs to maybe be able to reach the sub goal for the month. Okay. So thank you to everyone who cheered and contributed this week. It is much appreciated. Okay? All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, pretty slow pre-stream, quite frankly. There's not that much else to do. Looks like we've gotten through all of the contributions. So I guess it's time to just say, okay, let's get started with Dragon Quest Builders 2. All right, so 4 hours of chill fun. Again, I hope you guys are ready to hang out with me and have some fun here on the stream with the building and the like. And reminder that later tonight will be my weekly Minecraft chill stream as well. So it's going to be a full-on chill day to kind of end my streaming week, which is a good thing. Always a good thing to get some nice relaxing stuff in. And hope you guys are all settled in and ready. Okay? Alright, guys. Thank you very much. What's up, Phantom Ghost Robo? How's it going? Good to see you. Alright, I guess that's it. Let's end the pre-stream. And let's go ahead and let's get started with Dragon Quest Builders 2. Fair enough, everyone? Alrighty then.